What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to Wi-Fi Wednesday. That's right, another week, another team, another battle, and hopefully another win. Now this week, we've got a really awesome team for you, featuring none other than Keldeo. Now Keldeo is an amazing Pokemon to be added back into Sword and Shield, and it also has a new toy in the form of Flip Turn. Now Flip Turn is a move, basically water type U-turn, and so this gives Keldeo some awesome momentum, and it's something that really helps it with its fourth move syndrome, that it really just didn't have a great fourth move, and so Flip Turn really fills that void really well. Now this Keldeo is definitely unique in that it is mixed, so we've got Secret Sword, we've got Surf, but then we also have Stone Edge and Flip Turn, so it's a pretty cool set. I really like it. We've also got offensive Alakazam with Nasty Plot, we've got Iron Defense, Calm Mind, Magearna, and then everything else is pretty standard. So yeah, if you are excited for Keldeo to put in some work, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new. And yeah, so this is a pretty cool team built by Finchinator. He builds a lot of really awesome teams, as we've got a mono grass squad that we're going up against here. So Keldeo probably not gonna do all that much work, to be honest with you. And we have no fire types. So that's great. Although Komo does have Poison Jab. So this may be a somewhat difficult matchup, actually. So we're gonna have to rely on things other than super effective damage in this match. So definitely makes this interesting. So I'm gonna lead Mandibuzz, actually. And we'll probably click U-turn, turn 1. But yeah, Mono Grass actually seems pretty bad for my team. Especially Rillaboom. Rillaboom is a big problem, just in general, much less on a mono grass squad. But we'll just have to see what we can do about it. But yeah, I'm excited about this. This is cool. This is definitely... Alright, so there's the Spore. There's the Spore user. What do I want going to sleep on this squad? I guess this. Yeah, I mean, either this or Clefable, I guess. I'm gonna go Clefable, actually. And let that be my my switch in for sleep. Because there's not really anything I can do to stop it. So we just see a turn 1 Strength Sap, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I definitely would have foresaw a turn 1 Spore there, but we're gonna go ahead and knock off whatever this thing's item is. I don't think that's a bad thing, as we do see a withdraw. Okay, into Vileplume. Okay. So this will get rid of probably Black Sludge. Assault Vest. All right. So I will take that. Getting rid of an Assault Vest is always a good thing, especially with an Alakazam in the back. I guess Magearna's a pretty safe switch in here. I'm not really sure what this thing wants to do that's different from Shiinotic, to be honest with you. As we do see just a double switch back into the Shiinotic. Interesting. Okay, this seems odd for sure. I'm gonna set a Calm Mind here. Again, my opponent can put me to sleep if my opponent wants to. But, I mean, you know, I don't really think there's a whole lot that you can do to this. Okay, I stand corrected. Amnesia, that's a thing. That is a thing that you can do. But as long as you're gonna do that, I'm gonna keep Calm Minding, and this is gonna get dangerous for you very quickly. Because Magearna is a very big threat. And every time I boost, my stored power just gets even stronger, so... Yeah, alright, so there's the Spore. There's the Spore, that's what I figured. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my required turn of sleep here. We might see a switch out into question mark. Maybe Rillaboom. Maybe that's what you go out into. We do see the withdraw. Into Rillaboom. Yep, that makes sense. All right, so we are going to switch out. I do not want to let my Magearna go down just yet, just because it does help. It will help in the late game. But we did go ahead and burn a turn of sleep, which is not a bad thing at all. And Komo-O is definitely our switch in here, no doubt about it. We're not super threatened by Rillaboom, to be honest. Yeah, we see Drain Punch. That does not a terrible amount. So, how much... So what is your set looking like, if that's how much you're doing with Drain Punch? I mean, if you're banded, you do 25 to 30, so, I mean, it did pretty close to that amount, actually. I'll go ahead and click Poison Jab here. All right, we do see a switch into Shiinotic. Well, you are not gonna like this. Just saying. Bop. Yep, get out of here. All right, so no more Spore shenanigans for you. I appreciate that. Even though it's technically, you know, not allowed to put more than one Mon to sleep, you can't assume that your opponent's gonna follow all the rules in Wi-Fi, so you gotta make sure that you're always playing around it. So what is your next switch in, now knowing that I have Poison Jab, which definitely puts a kink in your plan here. Rose Raid, yeah, I can see that. Although, you can't hit me with Sludge Bomb. You can't... I mean, Giga Drain isn't doing that much. I'm setting rocks here. I'll see what you want to go for. Okay, it carries Dazzling Gleam. That's a problem. That's a problem. All right. So we lose our Komo off of the surprise Dazzling Gleam. But again, based on what these things typically have, which, you know, the sun's not up, so there's no like surprise weather ball or anything. This should give us another turn to try to wake up. So, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I would have rather had it around than not, just especially for the Rillaboom, because it was a really good switch into Rillaboom. But yeah, Dazzling Gleam is definitely something unconventional, but it definitely worked out in this situation. So I just have to see what my opponent goes for here, as we still are asleep. So we've taken two turns of sleep here. Now, how much does Rillaboom do to us with Drain Punch? It does 25 to 30 on Magearna as well. You know what? I'm gonna try to click Iron Defense here. We do see Knockoff. That's actually not too bad. We don't wake up. All right, this sleep's getting real annoying. I'm gonna give it one more shot. We might just see a Wood Hammer here unless he's choiced. No, he's choiced. All right. Yeah, that's doing 0. Can I please wake up here? Thank you. As we'll go ahead and set that Iron Defense up here. So this thing is pretty much walled now, which is very nice. It is very good to wall this, although our Draining Kiss is not doing much damage to his team. So, you know, that's definitely an issue we're still going to have. I'm gonna go ahead and click Calm Mind here. Yep, we are gonna see the withdraw because you're not gonna be doing any damage to us, as we see Leafeon. Okay. Now, Leafeons are typically physical, so I'm not sure what to expect out of this. But I'm gonna go ahead and click, let's see, we're at +2, +4. I'm still gonna click Draining Kiss just for the healing, as it carries Iron Tail. That's not gonna do anything, but definitely interesting tech. Yeah, that does half, which is fantastic, and that's gonna give us all the healths back. Very good. I mean, I don't see why I don't just Calm Mind again here. This is, and there we go. All right, so we get a short match here. Again, Magearna just stealing the thunder on every squad. Every time we bring Magearna, it steals the thunder. So I guess that just means we're gonna have to get a match number 2. So I'll see you in just a second. All right, match number 2, as we see, and all right, very cool team. We've got a Heliolisk, we've got a Colossal. So we've got to be careful about setting off Colossal's steam engine, although I don't see it surviving anything like that. Mimikyu is definitely a threat. It's actually a big threat that we need to watch out for. Drapion is there for the hazards. Okay. And then Corviknight is, of course, just a massive problem anyway. We definitely need to be careful with the Heliolisk with Dry Skin, absorbing our water type moves, and that's probably why we have the synergy between that and the Colossal, the 4 times weakness and the immunity. So I see the synergy on the team. It all makes sense. That all makes sense. I'm following the logic. And so it even absorbs Flip Turn, so we do have to be careful about that. Do we see a Lizard? Yep, we do see that lead, so that's a bad lead for us. That's a pretty bad lead for us, I would say. I don't think we can really do much to a Heliolisk, especially if this thing is also scarfed, because it is actually faster than us. Now, Secret Sword is an OHKO, but if this thing is scarfed, then we die, and I don't really want to take that chance. Yeah, I don't want to take that chance. I'm actually kind of scared of that, so I'm not gonna risk it. It's too early in the battle. Glare. Okay. Well, that indicates that it was not scarfed, so could have stayed in, but that's fine. I definitely want to set rocks in this match. All right, we do see Volt Switch. That makes sense. Not gonna do that much damage. And probably Corviknight we see coming in here. That's definitely the most logical switch. It definitely walls Como-O pretty hard. Mimikyu. Okay. But we get rocks up, so, you know, that's pretty good. Now, how badly do we need Como-O in this match is the question. And the reason I'm asking is because if this thing sets up Swords Dances, we could be in for a problem. Now, we still have Magearna, which Magearna is obviously a really good check. So if we need to save this, we can. This would be really good for Drapion, actually. I really like this for Drapion, even if we're paralyzed. So it's just safer to switch into Magearna here. It's a pretty good check, I would say, to Mimikyu. So yeah, we do see the SD. So we could have stayed in there and just went ahead and popped the disguise, but you know, it's okay. So we'll go ahead and pop the disguise now. Oh, we see the withdraw. Okay, so my opponent trying to preserve the disguise. I see you. Going into the Seismitoad. Interesting switch in. I guess predicting a Volt Switch. So we'll do a little bit of damage. It is lefties. This could be setting up rocks as well, which could be kind of a problem. So yeah, we don't have a really great way of dealing with this, but I'll go ahead and go Mandibuzz here. We don't have any grass types or grass type moves, or just anything super effective in general. We do see the withdraw into the Corviknight. Okay. Well, I mean, Corviknight's gonna take some damage, so I'm okay with that. All right, I'm gonna click Foul Play here. We'll find out if this thing is Rocky Helmet or lefties or whatever. All right, Rocky Helmet, we do see that. And there's the defog. All right. So that's good to know. So how do we deal with this? These are the big questions. we don't really know. We don't know what set this is yet. We just know it's defog. It could be just body press, and if it is just, you know, iron defense body press, then we go Clefable. I'm gonna go ahead and just hope that that's what it is, because that's what most sets are. Roost. All right, so we still haven't debunked that theory yet. And here I can just click knockoff, because I would really love to get rid of this thing's Rocky helmet. Or if my opponent wants to swap anything in to take a knockoff, that'd be also great. Knockoff isn't the most common move on a Clefable, so this isn't exactly obvious. He's probably thinking I have Flamethrower, actually, because that's a little more common. Should go into, is this Colossal? No, Drapion. Also a decent switch. But we're gonna get rid of whatever item you have. What do we see? Black Sludge? Scope Lens. Ooh, Sniper. Okay, okay. I see you with the Sniper shenanigans. Just go back to Como here. Don't really think there's much you can do to a Como except go back into Corviknight, obviously. But yeah, so my opponent's got a pretty cool team. I do have to say, I really like these mons. They work really well for the roles that they're being put in. So I appreciate a team of lesser used stuff. But we're gonna get out of here. I definitely don't want to take a poison jab or anything like that. That would hurt like crazy. Yep, we do see EQ. So yeah. But guaranteed crits with Sniper, those are no joke. I don't want to deal with that. So yeah, we're not gonna deal with it. I'm gonna click body press here, expecting Corviknight to come in. Just get a little bit of damage off. We could set rocks back up. That's always an option, and force the defog, but you know, it's okay. Corviknight just gives this team quite a bit of problems. As we see Ice Fang. Yeah, it's not gonna do that much, and you can't freeze me. But we can get fully paralyzed. That is a thing that we can do. All right. It's not a great thing, but it is a thing that we can do. I mean, if he's gonna stay in, I'll click EQ. Watch him switch into Corviknight now. Nope, stays in. Ice Fangs again. All right, can I get through, please? Thank you. Big damage. There we go. That's good damage right there. And now, I'm gonna predict another one and go out into Keldeo. And that should be not too bad. Because Ice Fang on Keldeo isn't doing any damage, and that's his best way of dealing damage to our boy Como. So let's get out of here. Ice Fang? Yep. So that's fine. It's gonna do 0, and we're free to click Secret Sword here. The worst case scenario, my opponent goes Mimikyu, but I don't think my opponent's gonna do that. I don't foresee that being a switch in, especially when he has so many water type switch ins. You know, he's probably gonna go into one of those. So, and then Secret Sword deals with most of those. So, what do you go into here? We see the Seismitoad, expecting the water type move. Ooh, that's gonna be close on whether that knocks out from here. I'm gonna go for it anyway. If you want to go into Mimikyu, you can, but that damage on Seismitoad is definitely super nice. I definitely appreciate that damage. So do you stay in here and let me take this, or no, you don't? Okay. Into Mimikyu. Yep. Yep. I see you. And we just go right back into Magearna. I mean, Magearna switching in here is absolutely free. And, you know, you can predict it if you want to. It's up to you. No, we just see it play rough. That's fine. We don't take that much damage from it. There's a crit. And we see Life Orb, so that's fine. So last time my opponent swapped in the Seismitoad. So, I mean, I'm just gonna click Draining Kiss again. That gives us a little bit of healing. It breaks the disguise on this if it wants to stay in. So, you know, Corviknight's also a switch in that could come in here. But I don't really foresee that being the swap here. At least not in my opinion. I don't think that's the swap. Because then I could just set up in its face like crazy. So, all right, we do see the withdraw again into Seismitoad. All right. And again, we went for Draining Kiss here. And that does a decent amount of damage. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. And we're back up to full. So that is not too bad. It's not too bad at all. All right, so I think I'm gonna go Mandibuzz here, expecting the ground type move. That shouldn't be a bad thing at all. But yeah, right now my opponent and I are both just kind of playing super cautiously. And it's just gonna be a matter of who makes the first big move or the first big mistake. As there's the Stealth Rocks. Okay. I don't hate that play. I don't hate that play at all. Although my team really isn't super weak to rocks. I mean, yeah, we're really not that weak to rocks at all. So, let's see. What do I want to do here? What's your switch in? I'm gonna click Foul Play. I think Foul Play is just fine on the predicted defog. Into Corviknight. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Boop. That does a little bit. Not much. All right. I mean, from the switch out last time seems to indicate that he doesn't carry the body press or anything like that. So yeah, just goes for Roost, which is fine. I mean, we wall this. And now I click T-Wave. If you want to switch into something else, that's great. I would love to start slowing some stuff down on the team as well, especially in this late game. I think a paralysis could be super huge. Into Drapion again. All right. So that's perfect. I'm very happy with getting that low. And I'm gonna click Moonblast here, actually. I'm gonna try to make a play here. Oh, it gets paralyzed. Ooh. That's rough. That's rough. And we knock it out. All right, so we take our first KO of the whole game. This has been quite the war of attrition here, and that para was super lucky. It was lucky. I still think we would have lived, but it was definitely lucky. All right. I'm gonna click knockoff here in case this thing's scarfed. Glare, that's fine. I don't know if it's scarfed or sash, but either way, oh come on. Okay, I deserved it. I deserved it. It's okay. Do we see Volt Switch here? This thing's gonna be a thorn in my side this whole time. Well, no, it's not scarfed. It changed moves. So Keldeo just knocks this out. I just can't take damage on it. Are you sash though? It is sash. Okay, so that's still something that needed to be dealt with. So that's okay. All right, I'm gonna click Moonblast here. We see the Hyper Voice here again. Still does decent damage. I mean, this thing can put out some damage. I like Heliolisk as a Mon. I really like Heliolisk as a Pokemon. Maybe that's just me, but I think it's a cool Mon. But yeah, we're gonna win this exchange, which is great. I think it's awesome. One less water type switch in, and that's always a good thing. What do you go into here? Back into Corviknight. We need to get rid of this Corviknight, like, really badly. It's a huge problem. It's a huge problem. Alright, so I'm gonna click knock off here. Sky attack. Well, that was unexpected. So is getting paralyzed that turn. Okay, so it's Defog, Roost, Sky attack. Huh. Sky attack, that's so weird. Alright. I'm switching to Magirna to take that hit. Sky attack, that's so odd. Take the little rocks. Yeah, 0. So that's totally fine. Not that we can really do anything back to this. Yeah, we really can't do any damage back to it at all. I could set a Calm Mind here, and then maybe, yeah, this is doing no damage to it though. Body press, I mean, yeah, I mean, I could Iron Defense up here if I wanted to. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, Drainicus is still doing more, and it's not doing much at all. I'm gonna click Iron Defense here. Alright, my opponent switches out into Colossal. Okay, so it's game time now. It's game time. This might be time to make the move. This might be time to make the move. We need to get rid of this though. We need to get rid of this now. I mean, it's not really that big of a threat, but we're gonna click Stored Power here. Definitely don't want to set up the Steam Engine here for it. Okay, that's not great. Scorching Sands. I like the tech. I like the tech. There's the burn. Yep, I like the tech. Yeah, I can't safely switch in Keldeo here. It's just not a great swap. I'm gonna click Stored Power again. We see the Dynamax. All right, so it's starting to go down now. It's going down. But my opponent going for, oh, okay, so we're gonna see a Volcalith here. That Volcalith could end up being a problem. It could end up being a really big problem. But now my opponent opens up the ability for us to Dynamax here. So Store Power is gonna do about 0. Yeah, that was pretty much 0. Now Max Flare is kind of an issue because it will weaken any water type moves that we want to go for. So let's see. How much can we do with a Keldeo? Yeah, we're not doing all that much damage, are we? Especially in Sun. Yeah, in Sun, we can't knock this thing out. This is rough, actually. Because Como is probably slower. Do I really have to sack Zam here for a Focus Blast just to get enough damage off? I think so. I'm gonna sack Zam. Click Focus Blast here. We do hit. That is real close. Yeah. Alexam lives, but it's gonna go down to the Volcolith. So, interesting that we even lived that, honestly, but... Oh, it doesn't. Oh, because we're Magic Guard. Let's go, boy. Okay. We're gonna click Psychic here just to guarantee that we don't miss. Very nice. You can go for another flare. That's fine. Alakazam goes down. Okay. So now we go Keldeo here. And you shrink. Shrinky boy. And we click Secret Sword here. We do see a withdraw. Is it into Mimikyu? No? Into this. Okay, so we do knock this out, which is great. Get out of here. All right, so yeah, I think we've pretty much cleaned the battle up here. I mean, my opponent goes into the Mimikyu, but we've still got ways to deal with it. So, and we still have Dynamax. That's the big thing, is that, you know, my opponent Dynamaxed on us. You do go into Mimikyu, but like, once we deal with this, though, I mean, what do you do? I mean, I can go to Clefable pretty safely here. Yeah, so I think we pretty much cleaned that battle up. I really wish we would have gotten to finish it because, you know, timer really sucks, especially since it was still a 4-4. But I think Keldeo could have cleaned that up in the end because we still did a decent amount to the Corviknight once we stalled Sun out. We still could have knocked out the Heliolisk was still around, but it was really low. So, and we knew it wasn't Scarfed, so that was just a free kill for Keldeo at any time. So yeah, I think we pulled out a win there. So that was a pretty good match. It was a slow-paced match, but that just means that both of us were playing really well, preserving win conditions, all that good stuff. So GG to my opponent. I really appreciate a good match by a good battler. So yeah, if you want to try this team out, again, it is down in the description below, as well as links to the original creator of the team. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you Friday for our analysis of all of the changes to all of the competitive tiers. It's going to be a really cool time. And until then, stay safe out there. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.